So JuJu Watkins has come out with a pretty crazy, well, not even a crazy take, something that I think actually could have a lot of like repercussions long term anyway on the WNBA. I think it's something that is quite an important thing that's discussed, and I think it's something that's going to change very, very soon, because I think it's going to take one player suing the WNBA before it's all changed, and that is the one and done rule. Before we get on to that, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We're trying to hit 40,375 by the end of the day. We're trying to hit 40.5k by Christmas, and if we could do that, that'd be absolutely insane. 5 more days to go. But if you guys did not see, JuJu Watkins, or here it is, block from Sports Illustrated. JuJu Watkins says players should have the option to leave early for school. Right now, college players can't declare for the draft till they turn 22. And I'm going to stand by this. I would not be surprised to see JuJu Watkins try to go legal with this. Because in my opinion, I actually fully agree players should not have to wait till they're 22. Because it's not about staying 4 years in college. For everyone being like, oh, they can stay 4 years in college. But like if JuJu Watkins had just said, you know what, screw this, I'm going to go play in Europe for 2 years. I'll play in Italy where there's no like, where there's no prioritization issues. So I'm going to go play in Italy for 2 years. Then I'm going to go play in the WNBA at 20. Because you're allowed to play in the WNBA at 20 if you didn't come from America. Or not even didn't come from America if you didn't play in college. So in order for WNBA prospects to play for the draft, the player has to graduate college or turn 22 years old. That is not true. That is straight up, simply put, not true. You can declare for the draft at 20 if you are not American. And not even 20. You can declare for the draft when you're the same calendar, when you're 20 in that calendar year. Aja Sivka and Dominique Malonga can both declare for the draft next year, and they'll be 19 years old. They will be 19 when Paige is 23. Dominique Malonga is over 4 years younger than Paige Beckers. I'm not sure if the thumbs up is just showing up on your screen or not. Like, sorry if it is. If it's not, I've just gone on a tangent for no reason. But Watkins sees both sides of the situation, where some want to see the draft age be lowered, others want to stay the same because of the ever-growing college basketball landscape and NIL opportunities. One person say, I'm enjoying my experience. I definitely think we should have the option. There's been such a growth in college basketball where it's like, why would you want to leave? Because you're able to have the experience, build your brand here in college as well. We definitely say we should have the option, but I think college is a way to prepare us for the pros, so I don't think it's a touchy subject, but I'm for it. Godelev followed up Watkins' answer by explaining how the financial benefits in college basketball now NIL deals would help many players still remain in college and not declare early if given the option. She used Caitlin Clark as the example. Use someone like Clark, the platform women's basketball remains bigger. So the deal she gets come to W and financial power is greater because of the platform she has in college. In addition to turning 22 in the same year as a draft, players can also declare earlier by graduating college in 3 years. You don't have to graduate college. I'm pretty confident there is no, you don't have to graduate. Like, that's literally like saying you need to make grades to make the WNBA. You can just walk after your third year. If the draft order changes, likely Watkins could have been declared for 2025. Instead, she won't be eligible till 2027. She has the opportunity to keep growing her platform. If JuJu Watkins wanted to, she could sue the WNBA. She's got her lawyers there, and I think it will be almost an open and shut like case of like, I don't even know, but it is a rule that effectively discriminates against American players, or discriminates against players that choose to attend the US collegiate system. Like if Sarah Strong, what's her name? Silas Swords. If Silas Swords, who's Canadian, chose to go to college in Canada for 2 years, if she's a 5-star, she would 100% be a first rounder next year if she went for it. If Silas Swords had just said, screw this, I'm playing 2 years in Canada, she could declare for the draft 2 years earlier. And with the low salaries in the NIL money, I'm going to say it doesn't make that much sense. And if you're a JuJu, maybe it does. Maybe it does. Like, maybe it would have benefited some of these players to have come out earlier. And the positive is that you can get a salary as well as NIL deals. Well, not even get a salary, they can just pay you the money. I'm pretty sure, like, is it Dybanson not just getting paid $7 million just to show up? And the colleges can pay you directly, which is a lot more than the WNBA teams can. So I don't see why anyone would leave college if you're in Juju State, because you're going to make more money in college anyway. But if she really wanted to go to W, if she just said, you know what, Unrivaled is too big a thing to miss out on next year, she could do it. She could do it. But it's going to be changed, I'd say, in the next 10 years. And I don't think it's going to be Juju. I don't think it's going to be this crop of players. But there's going to be somebody that is going to be like WNBA ready 100% after the freshman year. First team All-American as a freshman. Going to be Juju level hype. And they're just going to say, no, I'm not doing this for 4 more years. I'm not about school. I'm just about playing ball. So I'm going to the league next year. And if you guys have an issue with that, the WNBA, NCAA, if you guys have an issue with that, I'm going to Italy. Like, it's going to take one player to do that. Or it's going to take one player coming out of high school and being like, I don't care about this. I just want to hoop. I'm going to the W. So if you guys don't change rules, I'm going to Italy. I already made my millions in high school with all my brand deals and everything. So I'm going to get a lawyer. I'm going to lawyer up. It should be open and shut. Or I'm going to go to Italy. I'm going to be in the WNBA earlier. And I'm going to be a star there. And if that works out, it's going to change everything. Heck, a big reason why NIL exists is because of LeVar Ball, for lack of a better word. Like, LeVar Ball effectively tried to create what ended up becoming the G League Ignite. And then the G League Ignite started attracting most of the best high school basketball players. So college sports were like, well, we can't really do this. Everyone's just going pro now. And like, it happened. Like, what LeVar Ball tried to do, Ignite did it better and to a better extent. And then colleges were like, well, we can't keep losing these guys to playing pro. So let's go and let's stop the trend of more and more people playing pro, and let's just let them make money in college. So something's going to happen. Let's take a look at the Reddit post. Don't see this happening for 2 reasons. Owners benefit from extended years. 2, because of how few teams there are. It's going to take one player. I like to retire with W as far as infrastructure. I also don't think they're pro ready 1 to 2 years. I think the issue is that if you are not American, you're allowed to do it. I think if they changed it so that it was all around 22, then okay. But if you are not in the American college system, you can play at 20. The youngest player in the WNBA last season was not drafted in 2024, not drafted in 2023, drafted in 2022. Sika Kone and Jade Melbourne were the 2 youngest players in the WNBA last year. They were drafted in 2022. Aja Sivka is 3. Am I right in saying? Is she 3 or 4? Well, no, she's just turned 19 a few weeks ago. So she's 4 and a bit years younger than Paige Beckers. And they're going to be in the same draft. 4 and a bit years younger. She's 5.5, nearly 6 years younger than Sedona Prince. And they're in the same draft. And like, that's the reality situation, is that the rules are different for college and overseas. So people are like, oh, no, the 4 years helps the colleges like recruit players. But I'm like, or helps the WNBA see the players. And I'm like, it's just going to take a Juju level player to say, screw this, I'm going overseas. The day that happens is the day the rule changes. Let's be real. It is.